Hey, we're
Flight of Fire!
And we're here at
Night Train Sessions!
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I'm really pumped to be here.
This was great.
Tell me a little bit about where you guys are from.
That is a long story.
We're all from different areas.
Okay.
Not all. Some of you are twins.
Tanya and I are twins, identical twins, and
They're from the
we
same-
were
So hopefully they're from the same area.
we were raised in Detroit, Michigan, and we came out to Boston for college, and that's where we met.
Where'd you guys go to college?
We went to Berklee College of Music,
Nice.
That's where
and that is
met.
where we met Maverick.
Hello, I am Maverick, and I'm from California. And
What part of California?
San Diego.
Nice.
So, you know, not the cool
So I mean,
part.
I understand these guys went from cold to cold, but you went from warm to cold.
Yeah.
Not-
Yeah, I like the current weather though.
Yeah.
This is good. Right?
Keep
It
it
is
just
nice
like
right
this.
now.
It's they're
Wonderful.
killing me not to go to the beach, but we're in the studio all week. So
How about you, Kat?
I am from about 20 minutes down the road
Nice.
in Drake-it.
Awesome. Local gal.
She's our local in the band.
So you can do translations for everyone in the band.
I can.
Yeah.
that's why she laughs when we say Balearica.
She helps
God
us.
bless Balearica.
God bless it.
Nice. Now you guys were just at. See, nothing. What could go wrong? So you guys were just at Earthfest.
Yeah.
That is super exciting. How did you guys get that gig?
Well, actually, one of our fans, Paul Dodge, he posted on our wall and was like, "Hey, 99 is having this awesome contest, Open Earth Fest. You should apply." And it was like 5 hours before like the date. We didn't even know about it, so we applied, and then the judges narrowed it down to like 60, and then there was popular votes, and our fans like really came through for us. And
Go
you,
fans.
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
And
job.
then narrowed it down to 5, and then there was a live battle at the Hard Rock, which we won, and then we got to play at Earthfest.
Wow, that is so many steps.
There were a lot of steps.
Wow,
was
that's
so
awesome.
good.
Though you would think it would take a while, but it felt like it was like 2 days.
all
It
happened
was
in,
so
like,
quick.
a week.
Yeah.
It did. It happened
Really?
Like a
really
2-week
fast.
process. Suddenly we signed up and then we were playing Earthfest. We're like,
That's
wow.
so
We found out a
exciting.
week, not even a week before that we were playing Earthfest. Like it was
Yeah.
like so weird.
Wow, and you had great weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
very
beautiful
nice.
weather,
It was
tons
one
of
of the
people.
first nice days.
Tons
And
of
then
people
what
came out.
happened at the gig?
Oh man, it was so great.
It was so great. I love
We-
having. I mean, we kind of had a little bit of this today. You know, like a team of people to drag our stuff around. Thanks, guys. You know, it felt very, very.
Yeah,
legit.
we got to like stay in the green room, like in the back, like
Nice.
inside
At
the
the hat
hat
shell?
shell,
Mhm.
and we got to like hang out in the VIP tent, eat some good
Nice.
food.
Oh, yeah.
drinks.
Great catering.
Yes,
free
Whole Foods
booze.
catering.
And we got to take advantage of the huge stage.
Yeah, we love like
Did you
running
use it?
around stage.
Oh,
yeah.
So we were all over
Tanya and
the
I were
place.
running around.
They're wireless. I almost unplugged
crisscrossing
myself
up and down.
twice.
Kat, you know, jumped around.
She picked up her whole drum set and just threw it on stage.
I
had to
could.
be
So
Now, was this a battle of the bands? What was this?
This was so Earthfest is every year. 99 puts it on. They have like some really serious headliners. So like this year was Fits and the Tantrums, the Strumbellas, and Joywave, and we were first. So it was us,
Warmed up
and
the
then
crowd.
Strumbellas, Joywave, and then Fits and the Tantrums. So that
Nice.
was pretty cool.
It's an annual event,
That is so great.
family friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Well,
times.
we had like an interview and stuff with 92.9.
Oh yeah,
That's
they-
great.
We
yeah.
actually heard our band name mentioned on the radio.
They said
That's
it all
great.
tons of times on the radio.
Did you see any bump in like fan stuff after?
Oh,
that?
yeah.
yes.
We got a
Yeah.
lot of emails.
Tons of people
Awesome.
talked to us like after the show.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot
oh,
of
great
cool new
stuff. A lot of like
fans.
young kids, which was really awesome.
Yeah, we never even
Yeah.
play in front of kids because like most of our
Right.
shows are like 21
Right.
plus.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
each of us,
like
so-
little girls and like middle school boys, like all kinds of people just
was
like
really
kept
cool.
coming up to us.
It's nice
it
to
was really
inspire the
inspiring.
youths.
Well, let me ask you about that. So, who has inspired you guys to become what you become? Like, who are your big inspirations?
Well, since I'm on this side of the couch, I'm obsessed with Geddy Lee from Rush.
Nice.
So amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just so great. Like he plays such mean bass.
Slapping the
really
bass,
digs
yeah.
in. Yeah, he just digs
I just
in.
always think of that Paul Rudd movie when
Yeah, yeah, that was
so good. I love that movie. Of course, because Rush is in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of my biggest inspirations. John Entwistle also, like they both write like really melodic bass lines and they play really hard and I love that.
Nice.
John Paul Jones as well. So
Excellent.
I don't have a lot of like females that I can really look up to, except for like Lizzie Hale and Ann Wilson. Mostly my vocal influences are men, like Geoff Tate from Queensryche, and obviously Robert Plant is a huge one. So I like the high wailing stuff. So, but yeah, those are my answers.
Cool. How about you, Kat?
So, I realized something recently, actually, that because I was kind of like trying to figure out where I got like the motivation to play drums, and I went to see Avril Lavigne when I was 9 years old, and she actually jumped on the drum set like out of nowhere, and they played a cover of that song Blur by no, I forget the band, but I think it's like it's Song 2 by Blur, and like she just like killed it, and I was like, oh my god, girl drummer, like it. I just like I had to have it. So that's
And how
like,
old were you?
I was 9 years old.
So that shows how important it is for young people to
Yes.
see rock.
Yeah.
That's really cool, Kat.
It really inspired me. Go to concerts. Yes.
Yes.
Kat has been to,
Parents,
like,
take your children.
Avid.
I've been over 100 here. But it was just so cool to see a girl drummer. I was just like infatuated. I was like, oh my god. I mean, I already was like obsessed with her. But
So when did you get your first drum set?
I didn't get my drum set until I was about 12 or 13.
That's still fast. I mean, that's still young.
Yeah, no. I obviously didn't get out of my head by then. So
That's awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
Cool.
How are you, Tanya?
I would say I'm mostly inspired by Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, you know, his like innovation as far as a guitarist and, you know, a band leader. He just does so many amazing things. Like with the bow on the guitar, which I do on some songs,
Oh, awesome.
which is fun. And, you know, some cool alternate tuning stuff, and he can just like improv up the wazoo. And I'm also really inspired by Neil Schon of Journey. Like a lot of
Oh, wow.
people don't like credit him enough, I think. But he has like blazing fast solos and these like beautiful lyrical solos. So
Yeah, melodic, yeah.
so I like to look to that when I'm writing solos. Just have the like soaring melodies with the little shreddies in there.
Nice. Now, you guys have been playing for a long time. Like,
Yeah.
how long?
So do you mean the band or individually?
Well, the band.
So we've been band for like 6 years.
Wow.
But we've only really been able to like put 100% into it since we graduated, because Berkeley was like really
Day and night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Very
And
funny.
you know, the twins were majoring in film scoring, and I was majoring in composition and songwriting. So we were like covered in work. We did manage to put out 2 albums during that time, but you know, not much else. So the last like 3 years, I would say, I've been like, you know, total commitment.
Okay.
But yeah, and then we've been through a Spinal Tap variety of drummers.
Okay. That exploded. And
Yeah, but we have good hope for this one.
have you insured her?
Yeah, but we have a
I did
policy.
sign some papers.
We have a policy.
Does it cover drones? Okay.
It covers bizarre accidents.
Now, I'm interested in, because you've been doing this for a long time, your advice that you would give to up and coming musicians, things that you learned that, you know, maybe mistakes that you made or things you did right, but things that you would kind of pass on to musicians coming up that you kind of see are maybe common mistakes that they make.
Yeah.
Anything you've like,
I would
any
say,
wisdom you could pass on?
Always treat your fans right. Like,
Yeah.
care about
It's
them.
all
Talk
about the
to
fans.
them. You know, like nurture your friendships with them, because you
Yep.
know they're
It's like
the
before and
only
after shows and-
they're like the only ones making you anything.
Yeah, for
So-
example, we wouldn't have done Earthfest at all if it hadn't been for one
For
of
a
our
fan.
super fans,
Right.
Like, you know. And I would also say for up and coming bands, don't wait for anything to come to you. Like, if you have some idea, like, and honestly, like Carissa Johnson, who you guys interviewed before, like, she kind of like helped us learn this a little too. Like, what if you want something, and even if it seems like crazy, just like literally just go out and try to get it, and like, you know, like email that like random label that you like, or the person or whatever, and like just like go do it, even if it seems like too presumptuous. Especially, I don't know, I don't want to get like too sexism about this, but like especially as women, like we're not really trained to be entrepreneurial and to like really put ourselves out there. You know, we don't want to be rude or like, you know, presumptuous, but like if you just like go out there and try stuff, people will start taking you seriously, and you'll get more of what you want. So
Nice.
do it.
You want it? Go find it.
I feel like nobody's like trained to do that nowadays.
No,
Not
it's
just
true,
you
yeah.
know, it's like we're all kind of just
Seriously.
trained to be like little lemmings and
It's hard for musicians too, because the musician has to also be a business person.
right.
Yeah, it
You have to
sucks.
create like a band is a small business, and if you're not treating it that way, then good luck.
Yeah, creative people don't usually go in that direction.
Exactly. It's
Right.
You really
tough.
have
I
to
hate it,
force
you know?
yourself
Yeah.
to be a business person and a creative. And
You know, do
you
the
gotta-
marketing, the promoting, like.
So just give into it early, because you're gonna have to give in eventually.
Right.
Now, is there a secret to how you guys have stayed together for so long? I mean, because most bands, let's be honest, like 18 months would be a long time. So,
Yeah.
like, how have you done it for so long?
Well, honestly, we've always had the same goal. I don't know how, like, obviously Tanya and I found each other at birth,
born.
or prenatally.
We had this planned
So
out.
the secret is you have to have twins in
You
the
have to have
band.
twins.
It actually does help.
Yeah.
And you just have to have the same goal and the same dreams, because like we all have the same goal and same dreams, and like if someone wants to like go do something else, like they're not gonna fight their hardest for you and your dream. So
Yep.
you really need to share that
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you gotta have a
overall
common
picture
goal.
of what you want.
And be best friends with your bandmates.
Yeah,
Yep, that's very
gotta
important.
be friends.
Like, you know, like when I first started jamming with the twins, like we just as people like really hit it off.
you
And,
have to click as people.
You know, and I love them both like to death. And so like for 6 years our friendships and everything have just been awesome. And then we met Kat and like things really like you're just so nice.
She was so friendly. Like the first day we met her, and we were like, we already hit it off like right
Yeah,
away.
it was
already
like we had been friends
being
already.
goofs,
I mean, we were all
like-
kind of awkward, but like it was like,
We were happy. We were happy awkward.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
It was like
I know,
silly,
'cause everyone's
weird,
awkward.
Like,
Oh yeah,
You
we're
know?
all
Yeah.
total weirdos.
We're weird.
too.
Like,
We're
that's
totally
weird and
weird. We're
silly.
really,
Yeah.
you know,
Nice.
pulling it down.
Like
for you
no
guys.
one has like other jobs in mind or other career paths or like a different dream. Like, oh, I want to go be
Families.
like a wood shop person.
We don't even know what that's called.
A wood shop person, like a wood shop teacher.
No one wants to be a wood shop teacher here, so we're good.
Excellent. So you're an all-girl band.
We are.
Does that make it? I mean, are you judged more harshly? Because I mean, you're using like really sexy stuff when you're on stage and stuff, right? Which guys do too, but it seems to be accepted when a guy does it. Like when a guy's, you know.
Oh man, I have
There's
Yeah.
definitely
so
like
much
a
to say
fine
on
line.
this.
Yeah, well, I want to hear. No,
there's
yeah, I
a
mean, I want like
fine
you guys are
line.
probably.
Basically,
Oh, yeah, we've
like when we started out, we didn't really know how we were like necessarily meant to or supposed to or expectations for how we dressed. For the longest time, we didn't think we could just dress like, you know, rockers because we thought we had to like prioritize being sexy, you know. So for a while we wore like some
Really
we didn't like
skin-tight
like you know like skin tight leather stuff and like it's not like really us, you know. But we kind of figured out that we can just be ourselves. So, but that's probably a challenge that we dealt with as women that we wouldn't have as men. But I'm not like I do think that because we get a lot of comments that are like, you guys are really great for girls, or like I can't believe like I heard you guys playing and I assumed you were, you know, I assumed it was a girl singer with a, you know, guys playing, and then I was like, oh my god, it's girls. How are they so good? And we're like, thank you.
Right.
It's
right.
kind of
like-
It's a put down, right?
Like
Yeah.
a back
It's like we get a lot of comments like, oh, I heard some awesome music and I came in and you were all girls and I was like, whoa, and we're
Right.
like, okay, well, I'm glad you like the music and stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
or I
right.
saw you guys come in and I thought it was gonna be like this folky singer.
Oh yeah, we get that a lot. Like, oh, even dressed like this, they're like, oh, we thought you were gonna be like a pop band.
How would you possibly rock?
Okay.
A lot of times, like people like they'll only compare our music and our
That's what I was
sound
about to say. I
other
hate
female
that.
musicians. Like they're like,
Right.
oh, you sound like Pat Benatar or Joan Jett. It's like, well, I think
We
we actually
don't
sound
at
more
all.
like Led Zeppelin,
Right,
like,
right.
or Journey
Right.
or something like.
But they're afraid to say that because they have
I
to
think
find
they-
a
Right.
female
yeah, it's
band.
like
I
they
honestly think
only
they,
can
like-
relate to female.
It's a compliment in a way, but it's not the right
not-
compliment.
right.
It's like
Right.
it's sort of a misdirected compliment. Like it's nice,
Right.
like because
Yeah.
they're awesome, but I don't think we sound like them as much as.
But we don't actually sound like Joan Jett. Like Joan Jett doesn't have that many chords. Like
Right.
like
She
and
does like punk stuff.
She
and
does
we're
not
Well,
have-
and the
like
harmonies. I mean,
hard
you
rock
guys,
kind of metal.
bass
you guys all have these
solos and, like,
awesome harmonies
all
and
this-
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joan Jett doesn't
Yeah.
have any double bass and like all this
Like
metal
Joan
stuff.
Jett
that
is
we have.
awesome,
Right.
but I don't
in
think we're
people's
like
heads,
equal.
And we just heard just 2 songs from you guys, which showed a complete range.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those
totally
pretty
cool.
much like
Right.
are
Yeah.
like light and heavy. Like,
That's great. That's great.
we like
Just really
actually having a
interesting.
range in our music.
And like
Now-
yeah, go ahead.
Now you said that you can't picture that you'd be a shop teacher or whatever, but like, where do you guys
Shop teacher.
where do you guys picture yourself in 5 years? You know, are you going to be rocking? Are you going to be you know, do you want to be
We
touring the
hope so.
country? Like, what do you have like a goal?
I
for your band?
think.
Yeah.
I think the main goal is like playing like huge stadiums and touring the world. Like that's
Yeah.
the dream.
Yeah.
Basically, we just want to, go all the way.
We want
like,
everything.
yeah.
You have a lot of fans. I mean, it's really
I
impressive.
hope so.
How,
Thank you.
How did you do it? I mean, you said you were really good to your fans and everything, and you've been playing a long time. But like, how do you keep growing such a big fan base? Because it's really impressive.
Oh wow, that's
Thank you.
that's nice.
Thanks.
I
We're
think
always kicking ourselves that it's not like good enough. So that's nice.
I mean, I guess that's it. We go to shows, we put on our best show every time, and then we mingle around and
Give out
talk
some
to
right.
people.
business
I think that
cards.
that's
we
like
try to be really social. With
yeah,
that.
we're
Oh,
very
yeah.
social. We're very like, for example, like if like we're in like a battle of the bands, like we won't like we'll take the time to like congratulate everyone else. You know,
Trying to be
we try to be
assholes.
nice. Yeah, we try to not be
Positive
ignorant.
community,
And
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
being like the newest member, like I can see it, like it's pretty obvious to me. Like I didn't have that with other bands.
Oh, really?
So like
Yeah.
I think that really helps us because like we go and we talk to everybody and we make them remember us.
Yeah, we don't
that's
do the like headlining thing or any band
disappear.
that like just like shows up and then disappears really
Yeah.
fast. Like there's no way you're not gonna make any connections in the scene that way.
Yeah.
So we kind of
And
just
then,
try to get
yeah.
everything we can out of everything. But
Another thing we do is we kind of like promote wherever we are. Like, and we'll
Smart.
dress like this all the
Yes.
time. Like, so we'll like show up at like a Target or something. People will be like, "Oh my God, are you in a band?"
Oh, right. So
like,
people are
yeah,
getting- yeah.
Flight of Fire, check it out. Like,
so
we're
all of
all.
us
Well, the-
together, we get approached a lot.
So now
Yes.
that you just showing that you're handing stuff out, like what are you
Yes.
handing out? Merch? Are you
We have
handing
a
out
lot of
like,
cards.
We
cards?
Business
have
cards.
business cards.
Yeah,
Got like
and
our
we-
pictures on the back and like info
That's
on the front.
really smart. Like I know a lot of people think that's old school, but I think that's really smart.
Yeah,
because
it's like
It
here,
works.
so you
It's a
don't forget
physical-
us.
yeah, because I mean, a lot of people, if you say like Flight of Fire, they're gonna go back to the car and be like, wasn't?
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
that?
we get
Was it
charged
drunk
to
people.
every
and-
So many drunk people, like if they
No, that's true,
wake up
right?
and be like, "Oh, this is cool,"
Actually,
like, they don't remember.
pretty
it.
girls.
Here's a female thing, okay? So guys come up to us on the street like, hey, and then we just go, check out the band, blah blah blah. We like
That's
make it into
really-
a marketing.
Yeah,
thing.
they ask
Yeah,
them.
no, we take advantage.
My car.
Right.
No one does it. They're like, and then you're like, bye.
I got her number.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Like,
no,
oh,
actually,
you want
that
to? You can
happens.
contact me here
It's like,
at
oh
Flight of
yeah,
Fire.
here it is.
Desk.
That's
Now
awesome.
you need to know if there's a phone number on it.
Awesome. So
It
it's-
works.
you kind of got a tricked fan. Yeah.
Exactly. We trick them into it. And actually, we all, this is really silly, but we all drive for Lyft and Uber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, and it
And you got it playing on stereo?
It's
Like-
a great way to promote.
If they ask.
Yeah, I only put it on if they ask.
I
Okay.
tend to find a way to bring up the band. Like, my car, it's called the Maverickmobile, is, 2004 Hyundai Elantra that we painted orange and with glitter and flames on it.
Nice.
And like half the paint has fallen off from Boston Winters. So it's pretty easy to spot. So when people get into my car, they're like, hey, I want to buy the car. And I'm like, oh, this is our old touring car, like blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what? You're in a band? I want to hear it. And I'm then playing things, give them cards, they like the band, and that
Give a
helps.
lot of strangers.
Nice.
It's a good time.
Wow.
So-
So, what would you say is a great gig? Like, what makes a gig for you a success, and what makes a gig like, I
These are
wish I
such
could
cool
forget
questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
sound
Good
Yeah.
sound
is
is
a big
that? Which is
deal.
rare, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people showing up, obviously a good one. And I think the other bands, like if the other bands are really cool, it makes a big difference. If you're really enjoying it and you're like, making new friends and stuff, and people are all happy. What do you guys?
Yeah.
I'd say
on that?
it's a. You go first. You were about to talk.
I wasn't gonna talk.
Never mind.
What
Sorry.
a nice band. See, this is why you guys have been together for so long. Bands don't normally do that. Such nice bandmates.
For me, I would agree with the good sound because that
That can
really
really
affects your
make
Yeah.
experience on
Yeah.
show.
Vocals.
Yes.
And if I can't hear myself, then
Yeah.
I'm just wailing into nothing, which I also enjoy. But I prefer to hear myself. For me, I would say if new people that like new fans come up to me and tell me that like a song really moved them. So we have like a couple like really emotional songs about like recovering from abuse and stuff. And like when fans come up to me and like tell me their stories, then I'm like,
Nice. You connected.
we really did our job, and that's the best.
Yeah, that,
I would say that's
really
like the number one thing for me.
Nice. Now, do you guys have any causes that you work for as a band or individually? Like,
Yeah, actually, we founded the Stolen Voices Project, which is and we did so I wrote this song a couple years back from the perspective of a rape survivor, and when we were still at Berkeley, I got all the Berkeley people that we knew, all these singers and speakers and things, and actually from 7 different schools, and split up the melody so that like all these women were telling this one story, and then we made a video for it and everything, and the proceeds from that went to support the Boston Area Rape Crisis Center and Hollaback Boston, and so we want to do more with that. So far it's mostly just a music video with community matters, and like, you know, we played the music and stuff, but that's something that, you know, we care about a lot, and yeah.
Nice.
So, Stolen Voices
And
Project.
I try and ask all artists this, like, how do you guys afford to be musicians?
We don't.
We barely
Lifting
skate
Uber
by.
and debt.
With Lyft and
Credit
Uber,
card.
we barely
cards.
skate by.
Yeah,
But
it's a barely.
We're always late on
we get,
But
you
those
know,
gigs allow you to like fit in your other musician gigs.
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
We actually
Right.
make a
The
good
flexibility
amount.
is
That's
more
a
important.
great. I mean, that's a great tip for other musicians.
No, it
actually.
really
It's-
is.
Join
the
Lyft and Uber
perfect
and let
job.
us know, and we'll refer you, and you'll get a bonus.
Oh, also, I work for Lyft HQ, so I can get you.
Yes, contact me.
Awesome.
It really is great. Like, you can just like gig whenever you gig, practice whenever you want to practice, and then drive all the other times.
Yeah,
That's
it's literally like
great.
the
You can
only
literally-
time that we can like
Yeah.
afford anything, and
Yeah.
you still can like barely afford
The thing
it.
is, it's always a trade-off. Like, whenever we have a couple weeks where the band isn't like as active, like maybe we just have one gig a weekend or something like that, we're not recording, then we like can like buy groceries and it's awesome. But like right now, we're in the studio. Like the last couple weeks, we had like this like sudden Earth Fest that happened. You know, we have like a lot of gigs, and we are very poor. But the thing is, you can't have both. Like, you can't have financial stability, like real financial stability, and be an up and coming musician, because like you just like, that takes so much time. It's a full-time job to do this stuff, like especially with all the social media and like all the business stuff. So like, you know, it's a trade-off. We're okay with it, you know.
Is-
We're okay with being
Little
poor for
suffering
now.
Is there
now for-
something
yeah.
like, is there merch that works for you at gigs that raises you more money than others? Have any tricks that you've learned that work for your band in terms of like t-shirts versus hats or
The
CDs
T-shirt
versus?
CD combo
Yeah.
is pretty popular.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we're still trying to figure out our merch game a little bit. Like we had the same merch for a long time, and you know, people don't buy the things they already have. So
Right,
we're trying to work at the turnover. And
We
be a little bit
recently
better.
started silk screening our own shirts,
Yeah.
which
Oh.
has found to be profitable.
Pretty profitable.
Oh,
And
that's
Once we
turns out we're
figured
really
it out,
good at it, so
Oh,
they're
that's
actually
awesome.
really good quality.
once we like
but-
went
that's
through
cool.
like 10 of them,
We definitely
screwed
lost a
them up.
lot.
Oh yeah,
of shirts
we
in the
lost a lot of
process.
shirts along the way, but
Oh,
now
like
we're
learning how to do it. Oh,
I
I
lost
see.
a lot of
Lot
shirts to silk screening.
Gotcha. Those could be, you know, signed and.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have the silver
Exactly.
Sharpies.
That's
Right.
right.
We can make like little blankets out of them. Like, make a giant
A
quilt.
quilt?
A quilt.
Cloth quilt?
We should totally make a
Put your mom
quilt.
on that.
Well, that's
will.
great. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. I learned a lot from you guys, and I really dig your music. So
great.
thank you
Thanks
so
so
much.
much for the
This is really
interview.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are really great questions.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
Yay!
Thanks.
Cool.
Awesome. That was a good take.
Adios.
Yay! All right, take two.
Dude, those are like really good.
Now let's do it for real.
That was a practice run.
So I heard you guys have a new album coming out. Can you guys tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
we
do.
do.
We've been in the studio recording it for the past several weeks, and
Yeah.
we're coming to the end of our tracking here.
Yeah, we're
Exciting.
almost done.
Yes, finally.
It's called Path of the Phoenix, and it's our third album, it's our newest album, and it's our last one was in 2013. So it feels like a really long time
It kind of
for
has
us.
been.
And we ran a thankfully very successful Kickstarter to fund it. So thank you so much, fans.
Again, shout out to our amazing fans.
But basically, we're kind of calling it like a pop concept album, and not the genre pop, but like it's somewhere in between, like a classic concept album, and it's just all singles. So there's no like in between filler songs. We don't have any like guest vocalists doing parts or anything, but there's a very clear storyline. And with that, we have this amazing artist from San Francisco who created a ton of concept art. He made one piece for each song, and then overall, it's gonna be gorgeous. And then we also are going to have a full, the full story on our website and a video for every song eventually. So,
Wow.
but it's going to be.
When does this come out?
So the album is going to be released.
It's going to be released on July 23rd, and we're actually having a album release show on that day in the Zorba in Lowell. It's going to be like a $10 charge, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
great.
So much time.
So much
Yeah.
anticipation.
Yeah.
So fans should definitely go to that show. If they can't go to that show and they still want to get the album, where can they get it?
We're going to be releasing it through CD Baby, so it'll be everywhere. It'll be on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, like whatever your jam is.
Remember
get
your
the tracks.
local website.
And then we're gonna put online, like in Spotify and stuff like that, will be most of the tracks. But
Yes, you got to buy the album,
Right.
right?
The album
Yes.
also has epic art that you
Art,
really want
yes.
to get in.
right,
Nice.
so
Buy the physical copy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, buy a physical copy. Go up to the band, get them to sign it.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay
Do it
tuned
right.
for posts from us, and we'll keep you posted.
Awesome.
with our posts.
Awesome, guys.
Thanks for watching this episode of Night Train Sessions. If you liked it, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Once you do, you'll automatically be entered to win all of our giveaways. You could click here to watch more, or you could click here to get a really cool behind the scenes look of our session. What's it gonna be, guys? I mean, I'd click both if it were me, but... Oh, I'm still here.